UFC 272 wrapped up last night, and here are the results. Colby Covington defeats Jorge Masvidal via unanimous decision, 49-46, 50-44, and 50-45. It is the first victory for Covington since his title fight loss to the current champion Kamaru Usman. For Masvidal, it's a third loss in a row. Here is MMA community reaction to the main event. Ben Askren tweeted, "It's really a shame they can't both lose." During the fight, he said, "Easy round one for Colby. George took no damage but struggled to escape." Henry Cejudo tweeted after the main event, "Hate him or hate him less, Colby Covington is a gamer. Hashtag UFC 272. He also said Covington's biggest asset is his gas tank. Just wears out his opponents over time. Wrestling like that can only be achieved at the highest levels. Unless you're at that level of wrestling knowledge and experience, you're not stopping his takedowns. Hashtag UFC 272. Jake Paul tweeted, "First of all, Masvidal, you ain't rich." Luke Thomas on Twitter, "Covington just trashing people and their kids. Jesus." During the fight, he said, "Bisping is right. Masvidal can wrestle well, but Covington does this as second nature. That ability to keep chaining attacks together through scrambles is a testament to that. Masvidal is landing when on the feet, but not enough to win the fight. Not so far." Devastated Jorge Masvidal in his post-fight interview said, "I was offbeat with the wrestling. I need to wrestle harder. It wasn't there. I want to thank God for everything. Thank you everybody for coming out. Sorry to my kids, the only people I say sorry to. My wrestling wasn't there today. I was flat." Masvidal heard Covington and knocked him down. When asked by Rogan about that moment, Masvidal replied, "I should have had more moments like that, but wrestling was off today. Didn't have it. Flat-footed today." During post-fight interview with Joe Rogan, Covington called out Dustin Porier. Here is what he had to say. "I just took care of Miami street trash. Now it's time to take care of Louisiana swamp trash. Where are you at, Dustin Porier? You said it's on site. Name the site, Dustin. Bring that wife and bring that little kid and I'll see you soon." Poirier reacted by tweeting, "Maybe he's fight a welterweight contender?" Comments under that post say, "Already ducking." And Dustin is right. If Borrington is tough, he should fight someone in his own weight class, don't you think? Why does he have to call out smaller guys? During the post-fight press conference, Covington was asked what he had to say to Masvidal right after the fight. He replied, "I was saying that I'm his daddy, and he knows who his daddy is. I'm the king of Miami, so take this ass whooping, like the little bit. I'm glad you came out and took that ass whooping." Covington also added that he wants to be very active this year and would like to fight on the International Fight Week card in July. Masvidal said, "This idiot talked about my kids. He's still a guy. If I saw him out in the streets, I'd go up and break his fucking jaw. If I could have done it all over again, I would have gone to college, gotten my grades up, and wrestled my ass off." Rafael dos Anjos defeats Renato Moicano by unanimous decision, 49-45, 49-44, 50-44. Moicano took this fight on short notice, and because of that, the fight took place at 160 pounds. Dos Anjos dominated the whole fight, both with striking and grappling. Commentators believe the fight should have stopped at the end of the third round, but neither Moicano's corner, Doctor, or Mark Goddard didn't do it. Mark Raimondi of ESPN tweeted, "Co-main event time. Former UFC lightweight champion Rafael dos Anjos takes on Renato Moicano, who is coming in on just 4 days' notice. Moicano was in Brazil on Monday when he got the call. The agreement wasn't done until Tuesday, and here he is." Hashtag UFC 272. Canny Florian said, "Moicano going into beast mode here tonight by hanging in there. I just hope it doesn't take away from him long term." In a post-fight interview, Dos Anjos said, "Lots of people ran away, but Moicano took the fight. It was pretty impressive. 5 rounds. Took the fight in 5 days' notice. Hard for him, but hard for me as well, because I was training to fight Rafael Fiziev. He is a Muay Thai fighter. Moicano has an excellent ground game, tall, lanky, and was really hard for me as well." Moicano was the only one transported to the hospital right after the fight. Bryce Mitchell defeated Edson Barboza by unanimous decision, 30-25, 30-26, 30-27. Mitchell dominated Barboza throughout the whole fight with aggressive wrestling and grappling. In the post-fight interview, Mitchell said that he will donate half of his purse to the children's charity. Those children have no hope. We will be their hope. Half of my fight purse will go to the charity. $45,000. Later, Mark Raimondi of ESPN reported, Dana White told Bryce Mitchell not to give his own money, that White himself would be the one to give that money to charity. Mitchell: I planted a seed and we're going to watch this thing grow. Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal won fight of the night. Both fighters won $50,000 each. In other bonuses handed out on Saturday, main card finisher Kevin Holland picked up a performance of the night for his second-round finish of Alex Oliveira. It was Holland's fourth UFC bonus. Preliminary card winner Marina Moros also captured a $50,000 performance of the night bonus for beating her former teammate and rival Maria Agapova via second-round submission. Another edition of F***It Friday with Dana White.
What's up, everybody? It is F***It Friday, and today we are doing the fried peanut butter pickle. Slice a pickle lengthwise, spread peanut butter on it, batter and fry it. You can imagine it's hot as hell. I was on the fence. I didn't know how it was going to taste. This is excellent. You got to try these. Winner.
In a recent Instagram post, Khamzat Chimaev is with the UFC president Dana White. Chimaev arrived in the US and apparently has no visa issues. He's scheduled to fight Gilbert Burns at UFC 273 on April 9th, which was announced officially during the UFC 272 card. Chimaev visited fights with his new training partner, number 8 ranked middleweight Darren Till. Chimaev posted on Twitter regarding main event, bullshit fight. UFC announced that Khabib Nurmagomedov will be inducted into the 2022 UFC Hall of Fame. Khabib didn't anticipate it, but felt that something was going on behind the scenes. Some of his crew members captured his reaction. Bryce Mitchell vows to give half of his purse, $45,000, to Arkansas children with medical conditions. Bryce is very generous with his winnings, and he is donating $45,000 to children with medical needs. He said himself, "For 10 years, you'll have my back, and I ain't done a thing for you. I'm about to show you all. I'm not just good at hurting people, I can help people." Half of my purse, $45,000, is going to Arkansas children with medical conditions who have no hope. We will be their hope. In the name of God, these children will be healed. Mitchell, with an outstanding win against Edson Barboza, was able to make his dream come to light. However, Dana White had different plans. During Mitchell's after-match interview, Dana White came up to him and told him to keep his money and that instead, Dana White and the UFC would donate the $45,000 for him. Mitchell was very happy that the UFC was willing to do that. Mitchell also said, "I'm still going to give some money. I'm still going to do something because I need to." Colby Covington reveals that he lied to a common friend, telling him that he had a knee injury to see if he would snitch to Masvidal. Jury came back, and yes, indeed, that friend is a little rat. Colby Covington revealed that the knee injury claims were fake before the grudge match between him and Jorge Masvidal at UFC 272. At the fight weigh-in, Masvidal asked Covington if he had to inject himself with cortisone shots to help with the swelling in his knees. Masvidal said, "What happened to your knee, huh? What happened to your knee? You got cortisone for your knee? Huh? You got cortisone on your knee? Is that true?" Even Masvidal's manager thought he was in on the breaking news after responding to MMA History Today on Twitter saying, "There's a lot we know." Colby responded later saying, "It's funny. I did that intentionally because I wanted to see where his loyalty was, you know? He said he was all Team Colby, but now I know he's Team George. And you know, he's a little rat, so I can't trust people going forward. And I'm going to keep my circle even smaller than it was," Covington said.